Hello there. So welcome again to the STL course. In this video we're going to see about the priority queues. So priority queue is a data structure which implements the heaps in the programming. So what is heap? Let me show you first if you don't know. Yes, so heaps are of two types, min heap and max heap. So heaps are basically a tree representation. It is a almost complete binary tree. Okay, so it is a almost complete binary tree. Okay, and there is a special property in this, like if it is a minimum heap, min heap, then the root node, that means the parent node, the parent node which is the smallest of the left node, right node, and the parent node. That is, if it is a node, this node is parent to these two nodes, it must be smaller than both of them. It doesn't matter what is the order in this childs. Okay, it doesn't matter if this is bigger or this bigger. It just says that the parent should be less than both of the child. Here also you can see 3 is less than 4 and 6 and 2 is less than 5. Okay, so the parent should be smaller than the children's. Okay, that is the property of the heap. It doesn't matter what is the order in the child. And in the max heap you can see that the parent should be greater than the children, like 6 is greater than 5 and 3, and 5 is 4 and 2, and 3 is 1. Okay, so that is the property of min heap and max heap. So this could be implemented by the using priority queues. Okay, so priority queues make it very easy to use them. So let me show you what is the syntax and how to define min heap and max heap separately by using just priority queue. Okay, so let's move to our editor. Okay, so here I've defined this priority queue syntax. You can see priority queue int pq. Now this syntax gives by default the max heap. Okay, the max heap, this defines the max heap. Now what is priority queue exactly? If you the functions in the priority queues are same as the stack, but it acts differently. Like this push thing will push 10, 12, 31, 41, 5, 16 in this priority queue, but when we access the top or pop the things from here, the max of this thing will be popped out. So practically internally implements this like always the top has the greatest element of them. Okay, so it basically applies a max heapify in the max priority heap, or min heapify in the min heap, to implement this thing that the top should always be the greater. So if you pop the top element here, so we get what we get 41 from here. Okay, and then again popping, it will get 31. So after every pop, it applies the max heapify procedure to to move the second top, that is the less than the current top, to move at the top. Okay, so that's the procedure internally happens when the pop thing is called. Okay, so that's pop. So let me show you this function print pq I have defined here. So it is nothing but just pq.empty. While it is empty, not empty, we have to print the top. The top will get always the greatest of them. Okay, and by popping we will get all the elements. So let me just run this program here. We have just popped few elements here, printed, then pop 2 elements by after pushing, printing and popping, and after then also printing. So we can get the elements here in this order. Like the greatest element will be first, because it is not internally stored like this. You can certainly understand from now that it is not stored like this in the priority queue. It is just popping this in this order. Like the top element gets only the greatest element, so it is not stored in like this. Okay, so this calls a min heapify procedure like that. Okay, so that's max heapify. So that is the max heapify. Now max heap, Now let me tell you how to implement the min heap by the priority queue itself. So there is a special syntax in this case. Let me show you. So by using to use the min heapify, you have to use like this. You have to pass vector int or whatever the data type you are using to define the min heap. So let me tell you, this is the min heap, and I have to pass another thing here that is called like this. This is a comparison type, and we will let me tell you what is this. So this greater thing defines, this is a comparison type, the how to compare the elements of the priority queue while using the min heapify procedures inside the inner implementation of this. Okay, so that's the priority queue min heap. Defining the min heap, that what's happened if you using the primitive data type. If you use the primitive data type, we can like use the like this, like you can pass a char or int, double, float, etc. But just like this, you have to just pass in here float or double or whatever you want to use, and just change this thing according to this. So here also we have to pass vector, okay, and greater int. So that's just it. We have to we have to do this, only these changes to make this a min heap priority queue use as the min heap. So if you now run this program, you should get the smallest element first, then the other smallest elements. Okay, so let me just run this. So you can see the most smallest element is first we get, and here by popping it we remove these two elements here, and then these elements are left here to print. Okay, so that's the min heap. Now how to implement this priority queues if we have the user defined data structure like struct here. Okay, so let me just define a struct here. Struct, let's say data. Okay, so here we get a int d and int p, let's say whatever. Okay, so here after defining this struct data, we have defined here print qq function according to this data here. So we have to pass data, vector data. So not this greater data, we have to define, instead of this greater data we have to define the CMP here. Okay, CMP, and that CMP we will define now. So let me just show you other things, like I have pushed some data here by defining data and getting some value of d and p inside the data, and I have pushed some data here. Okay, so now let's define this CMP that is used here. So CMP will be a class. This is a comparison class used to compare the elements inside the struct elements, to compare things, to implement the min heapify procedure or max heapify procedure inside the priority queue implementation. So we have to define like CMP, whatever the name you can choose, and you have to define a class, and inside this class there will be a function that will call the operator. The operator is a keyword here, so this is the function here. I have to define like this. Okay, so we have to like use this thing, operator. This is the operator here, and there will be this thing again. So this is the function argument passing, and this is the operator here. Okay, so that's the syntax here. I have to pass this as public. Okay, now this is the public. This is public now, and here what the arguments it will get the arguments of this data. So I have to pass two data elements here. So we can use this thing like const, because we don't want to change it here. So data, and we have to pass, we can pass the reference here, data d1. So d1, let's say, yeah, data d1, and other one like we have to. So what is this doing is is it will get two data elements from the elements of the priority queue, and just by comparing them we have to decide which will be the greater and which will be the less inside the priority queue, and by our choice. So which data element we want to use to compare the priority queue while using the min-hippify or max-hippify procedure. So it will be D2. Yes. So here what we have to return is now if you want to implement the max-hippify procedure, so then we have to return this one, like D1 dot whatever the data element you want to choose to compare things. Like if you want to choose D, so it will be stored and compared on the basis of D, or if you use P, then it will be compared on the basis of P. So let me just use D here. So D less than D2 dot P. So we have to return this one to use the max-hippify procedure here. Okay, max-hippify on this data element can be used by using this less than here. Okay, and if you want to use the min-hippify, then you have to use this one. Okay, so that's only you have to do. That's the only thing you have to do while using these priority queues with user-defined data structure. So I pushed things here and popped here, and we are printing this here priority queue. So we are using this priority queue, that is the min priority queue here. Let me just print it. So we are using on the basis of the D. Okay, yes, there is a mistake here. We have to pass D here. So we want to compare the D's of the both the data elements we are passing to this operator. So that will work. So output is wrong here. So let me just, because I have mistakenly printed at P here, let me just run it again, and you can see the smallest element will be here first, and then it will increase. Okay, so that's the part here by using the user defined part here. So that was the min priority queue. You just have to change this sign to use the max priority queue. That's implementation of the max heap. So that's the max heap. So that was all about the priority queue. Thank you for watching.